Cranberry vodka.
Right.
Should have ran that conversation.
Yeah, I had took my sip before. I'm sure do it again.
Ooh, is that purple Mountain Dew?
No, not yet.
Oh, okay. What was that face
Try
for?
this. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, not technical or in between, it's your boy Trey Prop.
It's your boy, C. Papter.
And it's the waffle equator. The boy, Mr. Petty.
More.
And I'm the tall one. I'm Rick.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for us here on Blerds and Whiskey Live. We got a great show lined up for you. On your way in, make sure you like the video and share it to any of your nerdy friends out there. Excuse me, I got my voice is at 50% right now. I'm trying to force it through because I had a hell of a lot of fun last night. I had a whole lot of fun last night.
I believe the quote you're looking for, Trey, is "We had a time last night."
Oh boy,
we had a time last night.
But anyway, let's get into the regular swing of things. We'll talk more about that later. Go ahead and tell us what y'all drinking this week.
So, I'm doubling up. Since I did my neighbor's lawn, I got some Heineken and I also got tequila margarita.
It's going to be an interesting show. Cranberry vodka.
Oh, vodka and Sprite.
So I'm experimenting because my avenue for experimenting with alcohol is somewhere in background hiding, but it may pop out sooner or later. You know what I mean? But Mountain Dew has released a different version. It's called Mountain Dew Purple Thunder. So I'm experimenting, and I'm with purple drink. Hopefully, mine will be more successful than Cameron and the rest of Dipset's nasty ass thing they put out in the early 2000s. But I made a Purple Thunder margarita. So
Purple Thunder margarita. I'm still a little hungover, so I'm on the water tip. I took a shot because I can't do it without doing a shot. But yeah, it was a shot of Proper 12. Favorite whiskey, all that good shit. But that's it. That's it.
Bro, so you know what needs to be shot is that waffle you put up on Twitter. Like, yo, if y'all don't follow Trey Proper on
don't
Twitter,
follow me on Twitter. Don't follow me on Twitter.
Follow him for more recipes to find out how you can make incomplete waffles.
First of all, why are you asking people not to follow you, Mister? I got 100,000 followers on Twitch. I don't understand the issue.
TikTok. If it was on Twitch. If it was on Twitch, we'd be doing a whole different thing.
What's the issue with them following you on Twitter?
You know what the issue is about following me. You know what Twitter is nowadays. Twitter ain't nothing but
follow Trey Popper. Follow Trey Popper on Twitter if you want all of your like suggestions to be big titty women.
Ass and titties.
Anyway, only on Twitter can I get more love support from spam bots and MILF hunters than I do from actual people.
Big facts. Spam some of my best friends out there. All right, okay, that's enough of that. Last night we got to celebrate King Kurt's birthday. I guess what is he turning 40?
That was 40.
Him and Sassy. They had a birthday party. They were actually out here in Clinton. They were in our neck of woods, so they came down from Philly, and we're in our backyard. So myself and Rick Stroh showed out, and had a hell of a time.
I want to point out I bought a ticket, but I wasn't feeling good. So
fair enough. We represented the team. You know, we did the damn thing, and of course, I have no voice because I found the microphone. It just magically finds its way into my hand. So
any videos of me twerking out there is not real. That's CGI.
Jesus Christ. Deep fakes.
It's all CGI. That's nothing but smoke and mirrors.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
All right. So, but let's go ahead and get into it. But happy birthday, homie. Happy birthday, Sassy. Thank you for inviting us out. Had a lot of fun. Let's get into our church announcements.
Well, hold on. Sorry, before we get into the church announcements.
More waffle slander?
Actually, we should do a moment of silence because we had lost someone that's kind of near to a lot of us here. So, Rita?
Yeah, so we had I guess she was a schoolmate for all of us in some type of way, except for a couple of people. But a good friend of ours, Miranda, lost her life about 2 weeks ago due to violence. So we just want to do a very quick moment of silence for her. And how long y'all think we should do? Maybe like 5 seconds or something.
5 is good.
5 is good.
So yeah, church announcements, guys. Warner Brothers decided to push back 2 of their movies.
Oh no! Sorry.
And Shazam 2.
Oh, come on!
Yeah. So
not the Shazamiverse.
Shazam.
Can they
Shazam
put that on the
is
show
Dwayne.
like they did Batgirl? Can they put that on the show indefinitely as well, please?
No, because remember, the new president of DC wants it to be a safe space for all men. So they're just going to get pushed back. But any women's superhero movies are going to get completely shelved. Also, here's a quick thing. So do you guys know that DC has their own Kevin Feige in place now?
Did not know that. Who's this guy?
Yeah. He was recently put into place. I'm sorry. I've kind of been slacking. It's been like a crazy week for me. I will have his name later on. But there's a new guy in place. And he is not really a fan of the DC universe so far. He's called the Release the Snyder Cut fans a bunch of bots. He's essentially that if you've seen the meme from the Crisis on Infinite Earths series on the Arrowverse on CW, where they had Brandon Routh Superman choking out the Taylor Hochstein version of Superman, and it was like Warner Brothers DC fans. Essentially, that's the way he thinks about the DC fans. So let's see how this all goes. And I'm so sad for Dwayne that his movie got pushed back.
No.
Little Nook.
No, not the Black Superman.
Are you going to try to appeal to the Black community for help, or are you just going to continue to act like that doesn't exist in your bloodline? But that's neither here.
Wow.
Damn.
Before you go on with the next thing, let me check out some of these comments over here on YouTube. Let's see. What's up, Jamaica? She says, "Hey y'all." Hey y'all. Johnny Jackson. She's drinking Stella Rosa Black and Hennessy, and she calls it a Plan B. I had to get to that comment. What the hell?
You know what? It might work.
I would expect nothing less from the person who came up with the nickname of Black Sea Panther. I would expect nothing less from her.
Big facts. Big facts. And she's suggesting that Abby Wiggins try it. She says she's going to try it. Okay, good luck with that. When you do, let me know how you like it. We'll do. Y'all just having a whole conversation. I'm gonna stick with the BC.
Fuck our little show.
Exactly. Fuck what we doing. Fuck what we talking about. Pay attention to us, God damn it. Not me literally being up since 7 a.m. and just put my marinated pot roast in the. Will you stop trying to lure motherfuckers up there with fucking food and shit? Damn, niggas be hungry after this show.
And there it is. Look on the screen, guys.
Yep.
Oh God.
I bad enough that I just made it the background.
That was a personal choice.
It's always there, looming over us, breathing heavily behind us, snoring while being wide open.
All right, go ahead, Sausage Fingers. Continue with the church.
You ain't read my comment.
Yeah,
DC should make Sea Panther asthma forever.
Panther. Get it right.
It's Sea Panther. Because CPAP machine. Go ahead, Herb.
I didn't do pat. That's too many fucking syllables.
Power through Herb.
Morgan has been added as a new character for the season 4 of The Boys. We don't know exactly what he's going to be playing yet, but it should be interesting. So, guys, what did you think?
He's an amazing actor. I'm looking forward to it, but I'm trying to figure out exactly who the hell he's going to play. Because
someone who knows the show, who read the comics, we can't guess right now. Because I'm thinking maybe the Martian,
Jack from Jupiter.
Yeah,
he was already. They wrote him out a long time ago. He was one of the original 7.
Yeah,
So
but I mean, like they're clearly not following all comic book, you know, timeline.
You're right.
No, because I mean, unless they're gonna make up a whole new character, like that's the only Tech Knight.
I mean, it's Jeffrey Dean Morgan, so whoever he's playing is just going to be some variation of Negan.
But if he's Tech Knight though, if he's Tech Knight,
if he's Tech Knight, I don't want to picture Jeffrey Dean Morgan doing what Tech Knight does to people. I just like, because he's got those awkward ass shoulders, and can you imagine him like hunched up? That's so weird.
Come here, Alfred.
So I don't like. So if you guys don't know what we're talking about, please go and pick up an issue. Like which issue, Trey?
I'm not sure.
I believe
he's one of the earliest ones.
It's the second trade. It's the second trade.
Yeah, but Tech Knight is basically a version of like Iron Man and Batman, but he has a Bat cave and he wears an Iron Man suit, and he is a sex addict. I'll say that. We can't see it. You're holding it up, but yeah.
He's out here. Is he taking goodies or are they giving it to him?
Oh, he's taking goodies. Anything is a goodie.
No superhero in any of these movies, in any of this franchise, is a good person.
Yeah, he's a horrible person. Yeah, he's a horrible person.
If Herogasm gave you nightmares, Tech Knight will haunt your dreams forever.
Yo, what if they shoot it like it's an actual horror? Like, oh my god, that would be amazing.
While still doing Negan dialogue.
I like your earlobes.
Is it scary? Praise waffles.
What? Womp womp womp. Try again.
Fuck it, I tried.
Yeah, you did. Anyway, keep going on the next. What's the next one?
Up, Joe Biden brought up the student loans again, and apparently this time is if they will forgive $10,000, and if you're low-income families, you'll have debt reduced to $20K.
So anyone who makes under $125K a year qualifies as low income. But there are other things, like there are other stipulations, like if you have children, if you're married, stuff like that.
So I mean, but again, it's not a bad thing. This is a really good thing. And once again, old Dark Brandon strikes. So for those of you that don't know,
Brandon,
the right wing meme of "Let's Go Brandon" is basically slang for "fuck Joe Biden." But now that meme has evolved, and now he's become Dark Brandon. And when he's in full on Dark Brandon mode, he's trolling the right wingers, which is just the most beautiful thing ever. And one of the funniest parts about this whole thing is right wing Republicans. Excuse me, I'm going to say it right. These MAGA ass Republicans losing their mind, talking about forgiving student loan debt and all of this stuff. That shit doesn't make any sense. Meanwhile, their asses are already getting bailed out. Marjorie Taylor Greene got $183,000 PPE loan forgiveness, and she's running around here talking about this isn't what Jesus was wanting. All bitch, are you out of your goddamn mind?
Go ahead. Who had like almost $1 million forgiven?
There was a person who had $1 million.
Is it the whole...
I'm specifically talking about red hat wearers. That's what I'm talking about.
Is it the whole point of Jesus and Christianity is to forgive sins?
You gotta turn that.
Isn't that the whole point? Like,
yes,
forgiveness of sins for those, like that's like people who before Jesus. For Jesus, people are like, wait a minute. So what about my sins? I had to go through the altar, but now I'm forgiven through Jesus.
I saw a meme today. I saw a meme today on Twitter that actually speaks to that. You know what I mean? Like, everybody remembers the miracle of the loaves and the fishes, or the fishes and the loaves of bread.
Yeah.
Modern day Republicans would say Jesus feeding all those people with bread and fishes would be offensive to those people that brought their lunches. That's what modern Republicans think about today.
Yeah,
like
basically.
That's literally a logic.
You gotta love fan fiction Jesus.
Yeah, but
all the people who paid off their student loans, more power to you. I'm not paying back shit.
Yeah, I was about to say. Listen, I'm gonna keep on pushing them bitches back until they forgive all student loans.
I'm a firm.
But here's the thing. What about those people that literally just paid it all, And then they came over
Again,
and put this out.
more power to you. You shouldn't have been on that payment plan. You should have been like, you know
So-
what, I can't do it because of this.
That's like that class a couple of years ago that it was some billionaire, I forgot what college, but he paid off that graduating classes their student loans. So like he paid them all off, and the people that
Right, I mean, if
graduated the year
somebody
before
wanna
were
pay
pissed.
That was it was Morehouse.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
But-
I just posted this meme where it was like, this guy was like, I just beat cancer, and then he's all like, a week later, there's a cure for cancer, and he's all like, oh man, like I'm so mad at these people who are now going to be cancer free. I'm like, what?
But that's a part of the problem in our society. Like everybody, just be happy that these things are happening. It is okay. Like think about that. You are in a place where you had the ability to pay back your loans. Most of us aren't, and we should never be put in that position to begin with. Why the fuck is it that I have student loan debt and I was on full scholarship in college? Think about that shit. Think about that. That's fucking crazy, right? Literally full
Yeah,
fucking
that is
scholarship.
fucking crazy. Because how?
I don't want to get. I don't even want to get into the shit right now because it's just gonna piss me off. And I've had a good day yesterday. We're having a good show right now.
All right.
But this is why our country is so fucked up, because we can't empathize with people. We can't feel good for people who get these things. You know what I mean? Like we live in a country where people are literally justifying an ex-president stealing top secret documents.
They're not classified.
You can't listen. He
Declassified.
like I said, he declassified those documents the same way that Michael from The Office declared bankruptcy. He just said the shit out loud. That's not how the shit fucking works.
Bankruptcy.
But that's what I'm saying. Like people will forgive his white ass or justify him being able to do that. But Barack Obama tried to give everybody health care, no matter how much you make, no matter if you don't even live in a house, if you're whatever. They tried to give everybody health care and they fought it tooth and nail. They were more upset with Barack wearing a tan suit than they were with Donald Trump literally backing racists at every turn. That's how fucked up this country is.
That shit was on the news cycle for 3 weeks.
It really was.
The tan suit.
It was so
It's disrespectful. It's totally
And then they was
reprehensible.
also talking about like they were talking about Michelle Obama's wardrobe when she was the first lady as well. Like she got ate up in the press damn near every single day. Meanwhile, the former first lady was a fucking porn star, and ain't nobody saying shit. And it's like, so make it make sense.
Literally threw that ass.
So real quick, just checking the comments over here on YouTube because ain't nobody watching on Twitch. Or if you watching on Twitch, you ain't saying nothing. Speak up, motherfuckers. Anyway, what's up, Teffy? Teffy Wonder from HNIC. We had a great time yesterday. She's here in the comments where we talking about student loans. Yeah, we started the student loans and we got deeper into it. Forgive all my Jones. All my Jones. Sorry, reading too fast. Teffy Wonder says, forgive all my loans, Joe Byron.
You gotta say Byron.
Yeah, that's probably what she meant.
Okay. Johnny Jackson says there's a Republican who's forgiven for $980K. He's a socialist for feeding those people. Talking about the Jesus reference. And that's the first thing they like to yell, socialism. Cam, of course, says facts. Preach from comic books. What's up, comic books? And Johnny Jackson says, no one likes to talk. No, let's talk about how people don't know that the ACA was Obamacare. Facts. And because they wouldn't advertise it. And comic books says our society wants all the crabs cooked in the pot.
Crabs in the barrel.
Yeah.
Hey,
you can't go up if I can't go up.
Real quick. So one of the Republicans who is also against the student loan forgiveness is suspected pedophile Matt Gaetz. Yeah, I said it, bitch. I wonder
allegedly.
He said suspected. He said suspected.
I said suspected, quote unquote suspected. I really don't want to say it, but I don't want to get sued. But I wonder if his loans that was forgiven, which was over $1 million, was that for him trying to put those teenage girls that he was suspectedly doing stuff with? Was that for him putting them through college? I'm just asking a question.
Just so their loans could be paid off.
I'm a reporter. I can ask questions like that.
Technically,
no comment.
I mean,
no comments. We can say that for the Discord.
Go on to the next one. Move along.
Yeah. Mecca, the AI rapper. I'm just gonna hand this over to Trey.
No.
You hand it over to the guy who doesn't listen to rap. Okay.
Real quick, hold on.
Hey y'all. Okay, go ahead, Rick.
No, I was gonna say, hey, Trey lost the game. Like we did that little pool game where people can't guess the lyrics. He dumped their ass in the water.
How many times did he fall in yesterday?
How many times did he drown?
Once. And the second time I got up there, what did I do, Rick?
Yeah, you killed it. You got it.
What did I say?
Popular song. What was the song?
What these bitches want from a nigga?
Oh yeah.
He just named all the damn girls.
Hey,
that's all he did.
Listen, y'all don't know. Thickskull got up there and killed it.
And I won. God damn it!
What did he lose to?
I want a fake herb. That's what I want.
No, I want to know the song you didn't know. What was that?
How would he know?
I don't know it.
But no. What I was ready to say is, y'all give me like 2-3 minutes to just go on this little rant about this Mecca AI rapper debacle thing, whatever's going on.
Yeah.
Let's be real, y'all. Since the inception of hip hop, it's been under fire. It was called noise. It was a fad. It wasn't going to work in mainstream. It was a regional thing. It was going to be like it just didn't get any respect. Even when it got major labels or made its own label, it was never respected. Hip hop has been the most like talked about, looked down upon, always in the mouths of other people from other genres about what it can do to fix it, or overly stereotyping things. It is like hip hop never gets the respect it deserves when you realize that one, it's one of the most purest American art forms out there as far as music wise. Two, it's actually it's nationwide. Like any and everybody across all the globe has some form of hip hop lifestyle in them, whether it's from the dancing, whether it's from the fashion, whether it's from the hairstyles, whether it's from the music styles. Like they rap in other languages. Like hip hop does not get the respect it deserves, and those who are in it respect it. But this recent news of AI, this rapper is an artificial intelligent rapper named Mecca. That means that someone literally had a program and completed and made all these different variations of what they think a rapper would be based off a computer algorithm, and created Mecca, which just looks like some Saints Row looking motherfucker. And it's just like, Rick made this point not too long ago, where it's like when we don't gatekeep things a certain way, or when you let bullshit slide, when you let bullshit slide, more shit keeps coming. They don't just like, oh, okay, we got away with this, I'm gonna keep it here. Like, no, if you let something slide, they keep going. We laughed at shit like the Island Boys, and then we turn around, we get Mecca now. Like, I can say shit that ruined hip hop, like, I don't know, MC Hammer, Vanilla Ice, Fushnikins, whatever. But I can keep going on about things that people can quote unquote say that ruin hip hop. In my opinion, I feel like not holding a tighter rein and holding things accountable in hip hop is kind of what's going to ruin hip hop. Such as this white guy who created a artificial fake rapper who got a record deal with Capitol Records, only for it to get revoked because of the racial slurs that it was using. It was basically saying the N-word in its rap songs, programmed by a white guy. Like, nah, this shit just proves that we need to be more tighter. We need to get our art back.
And the race of the AI was African American, correct?
I don't know. It looks, I believe part of the algorithm or the statistics of what they put into it, it has more like a racial ambiguity to it. Like it could be black, but it's mixed, kind of like The Rock.
It looks like the love child of a terrible, terrible night with Kodak Black and the Island Boys. That's what it looks like.
No, it looks like that guy
Red.
who got arrested with the colorful hair. What's his name?
Tekashi 6ix9ine.
Yes,
Yeah.
That's what it looks like.
No,
He says nigga all the time.
Hey, yo,
anyway.
stupid. Hey, yo, stupid.
Right. But like we just let shit slide. It's like, come on now.
Yeah, I mean, they literally took all the stereotypes and tropes and they literally fed them into a program, and they spit out this nonsense. And the fact that Capitol Records signed this piece of shit to an actual deal is incredibly troubling. And I said it, like I said, like Cam was reiterating it, and I'm gonna say it again. We gotta hold tighter reins on our shit, y'all. Like, we have to. We can't keep letting this bullshit slide. You know what I mean? Like think about, I know this is a little bit off a subject, but it's on subject. Like when fucking Crime Time came out in the early 2000s, like we shouldn't have let that shit slide. That's not fucking cool. Because you know what I mean, Shad Gaspar just gave his life a couple years ago, and now all the highlights of him are as some big ass New York goon robbing people and stealing people's shit and selling it, and like that man deserves way more respect than that. Like we can't keep allowing this bullshit to happen. I'm glad that he lost the record deal, but it should have never been given in the first place.
Yeah, I remember, because like this is these bullshit gimmicks that hip hop has always had from time to time. It's like, all right, look, we're rapping Dalmatians or some shit like that. Like it's just like this is nothing more than just a fake ass gimmick, and it's like someone said in the comment section, it's a slap in the face to those who actually are doing stuff in the art. I'm not trying to be like that old ass nigga talking about some hip hop need to be all about lyrics. Hip hop is just about fun and having fun. Period. I get that, but like, at some point, like I said, there's some accountability. You got to realize, like, hey, yo, whoa, check yourself. Like, no, that shit don't slide. You know, so I feel like that's what we need to do right now with this shit. And
do you think, and this is a question for everybody, that whole like wanting to invite everybody to the quote unquote cookout is potentially impacting why people feel like they can continue to push the envelope?
Yep.
So, because I don't think so, because it depends on who you're invited to the cookout. B, it depends on your individual cookout. Now, social media, people think that they get the invite. That means I'm cool with all black people because these black people like me. No, those ones over there are cool with you. Otherwise, we don't know who the hell you are. So mind your business and stay in your fucking lane. Don't talk shit in front of mixed people.
Marlon Wayne said it best. You gotta treat your N-word card like a passport. Like everybody ain't cool with you. So I mean, just because Trey and Rick is cool with me, if I were white, yeah, that doesn't mean that everybody else is cool with you.
No, there is no passport. There should never be a passport for an N-word. Like
no, not the N-word. I'm saying as far I'm paraphrasing, meaning as far as like just because these people are cool with you does not mean that all black people are cool with you. That's what I'm trying to not saying white people saying nigga.
So reason why I said no very quickly to answer the question earlier was the reason why I said no very quickly is because a lot of people give these cookout invites for doing almost minstrel or bare minimum stuff. Like, oh shit, they got rhythm. Oh yeah, come to the cookout, bro. It's a 2-step.
That's a banging song.
Or you took a fire as Sophie or something like that. And I just feel like
he only pulled out one of Janice titties.
Cookout passes for bare minimum behavior.
Like, oh shit, they did karaoke. They did Lil Jon and East Side Boys.
Lyrics to this song or something like that. And it's like, dude, that don't mean we need them up at the cookout. Like, because they know the lyrics to this song. Trey got an invite to the cookout and clearly didn't know the words to the song. So it's like
So y'all all know me. Y'all got a good grasp of me doing the show and also through personal life. Trey, you know how I am at our cookout, at our family cookouts. It's cousins, fucking blood relatives that ain't got past me. I don't give out fucking cookout invitations. I know white people that I've worked with for years, and I promise you, you'll never come to nothing that I have. I hope some of y'all are looking at this right now. You're not fucking coming.
And if you show up, you get in the Jazzy Jeff treatment.
You will be treated as an intruder and dealt with as such.
I was going to say, I've been inviting myself to y'all cookouts for a long time, and I didn't get kicked out.
Check out the comments over on YouTube. Drizzy Dre Popcorn, what's going on, homie? From the Trap Nerds podcast says he has dramatic action hero entrance. Takes off. Oh, please! You think I'd miss this party?
Yeah, so you know that means Dre gonna be cosplaying as Lance Reddick Wesker at the next con.
Genocide Circus, did you guys dunk Trey in a Dixie cup? Ha ha ha. Anyway, let's see.
Is that a hype joke?
It was. Yeah. We actually Rick got dunked, Kurt got dunked. Everybody else I didn't know, but yeah. No, we did do a big man cannon.
Names? Why you naming names? Why you ain't just keep it on yourself?
Because he wouldn't let you know that it ain't
what?
just me. It ain't just me.
It wasn't just me.
I was about to say I fucked up a freeway song real bad. Like I had it going, and then my brain locked up. And they dunked the shit out of my ass.
Had to pay him back.
I felt all the spite from both of them niggas in that dunk.
Holding the chair. It had to have been like 6-7 people holding the chair.
It was just me and Kurt. It was
Take me to the wall.
Or me and Rick.
Are you sure you got dunked because you ain't know the lyrics, or because these niggas' arm strength was weak? Which one was?
I definitely got dunked because I know the lyrics.
I wanted to say it's a FNX Fit commercial right there.
Dear God. All right. What were we saying? Sorry.
We're done with the rapper part. We got one more church announcement.
Yeah. So Thunderbolts. The lineup is up. Zemo, Yelena, Ghost, Taskmaster, Abomination, U.S. Agent, Titania, and Winter Soldier.
Wait. Two of those should be dead.
Yo, why did Taskmaster just whoop your ass like that? This nigga added 2 extra skills, 4 Ks.
He read the whole entire personality.
That man said Taskmaster.
I like this lineup.
Even Winter Soldier?
So I didn't like that when I first saw it, but like I'm starting to think about it, and I'm starting to include stuff from She-Hulk going on. Like clearly Jennifer Walters is being manipulated by Emil Blonsky right now, and I think he's being manipulated by Emil through by Val.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I think that's setting up a lot of the Thunderbolt stuff. So with that being said, with the manipulation, I think Wakanda wasn't able to take everything out of Bucky. I think they got a good amount of it, but I think there's still some left in there. And I think if those words are said in sequential order, there's still some type of an activation code in there. Unless the Wakandans were just petty and was like, hey, we got to keep an eye on this white boy, so we got our own activation code.
Well,
you know
they actually do.
I was going to say they do. Yeah.
So 2 things. One, if you in the Falcon Winter Soldier, they did try. Someone did try that sequence and it failed. It didn't work on them. And the other thing is that if you remember in that fight scene where she did that little Jedi like kung fu pressure point thing, and this
his whole shit came off.
And he's all like, now I'm the Winter Soldier. Now I'm just Bucky. Like, like he has no super soldier serum in him. He's just
real quick. Horace, shut up. Yes, he did. He did everything wrong.
You mean to tell me you're looking at that fight scene, you don't think he killed anybody in that fight scene?
Right. Like he fucking slammed a Jeep on top of he slammed a cab on top of a Jeep full of soldiers. Like he hit that girl to make the fucking leader put the shit inside. Horace,
also he further injected himself and turned him into the Abomination on his own volition.
Right. Hey, beware the Ides of March, Genocide Circus. Beware the Ides of March.
But that's so his only legal recourse in this case, and this kind of bleeds into our next topic, is that there's nobody to witness that except for one individual who, if you look at the after credits for the second Hulk movie, the leader was created there too. So we might get an introduction of him. But what were we going to say, Herb?
No. I was going to say we got one last church announcement. Candy Convos, the whole entire team is going to be on there at 1:30 on Facebook Live. That's it.
Hey.
Today.
Also, y'all, Spicy Ramen Podcast. They had your boy on there. It was a last second thing, but like we all do, we all family. I showed up. Technical difficulties aside, had a great show with it. So look up Spicy Ramen Podcast. Shout out to Shaq on YouTube.
By technical difficulties, he means he wasn't paying attention for the first 10 minutes they were on.
Like, nigga, you know you live, right?
I couldn't hear anything. I thought I was in the waiting room, and then I look up and I'm live on on YouTube. I'm like, oh,
we can see you.
I'm here. Oh wow. All right.
Rita, what are you doing? Is that what she's eating while she's on this show? Okay.
It's that McDonald's. Right. She couldn't wait to eat it.
No, it's shrimp and grits, apparently.
I said yeah.
let's talk about Jennifer Walters, please.
Well, before we get into that,
Just so y'all know,
before we get into that, we've got our character
got a
of the
little
week.
cold, so it's
Character of the week. Give her a chance to eat.
Y'all like weird characters?
It's
Let's
better than
go.
that waffle you had. That's what.
My waffle tastes good, goddammit.
It looked great.
Are we off here?
No, that waffle was weird. Yeah, like much like Trey, probably that waffle came up short.
Jesus Christ. Are we still
Roll
on?
the goddamn character of the week.
So speaking of weird characters,
Hello?
all right.
I don't think he's there. All
Right, so let's just talk about She-Hulk then. This is
All right, cool. Moving on to She-Hulk. What the
Hey,
fuck?
yo, that's wild.
And no, we're talking about She-Hulk last. We got to talk about House of the Dragon.
House of the Dragon. Let's go. I love this show. I'm so involved in the lore. All 8 seasons in this. Let's go.
All right.
So much. I hate you so much. Recently,
I'm a big fan.
Hey, shut up. HBO released their first episode of the prequel series to Game of Thrones, a very popular series that came out, what was it, 3 years ago? Ended 3 years ago, I'm sorry. And yeah, so we got a chance to see the first episode. Did everybody who didn't watch it? I already know. Rick,
I watched it like 4 times.
No. He did.
I watched it.
You watched it?
Did
Yes.
you complete it?
Wait a
That's
minute.
the-
See,
it's only
now,
one episode.
That's
see,
the
now,
question.
no, see, now y'all crossing streams. That's not the question that was asked. That's not the question that was asked at all. She said, did I watch it? I did watch it. Now, did
How
I make
much
it?
of it did you watch?
All right, so listen. All right, so boom. All right, so boom. So listen. So boom. All right. So I'm sitting there. I'm like, all right, I'm about to get into this. You know what I mean? Because I know about fucking Game of the Thrones. I check in on it every now and then, right? So I was like, I'm gonna give this one a real chance. So I'm like, boom, I'm sitting there. I'm on the couch, I'm watching the joint. I'm like, yeah.
You fell asleep.
Then next thing I know, like 13 minutes into it, I was in Texas, right? So I was at my friend's house, and her son, what he did was a little nigga threw a Lego block at me, and it hit me right in the soft part of the temple, and it knocked me out. And I missed the level 40 minutes of the show. But I started watching it though. I did. I gave it a chance.
So boom.
Shut the hell up. All right. So the 3 people who watched the show, majority rules, what did you guys think of it?
Rita.
Okay. So
No, Herb, you go first.
Why can't she go first?
Because that's the order we've done for 3 years.
Okay.
he
Trey.
called the
Okay,
audible.
Trey.
He called the audible.
Hey.
Like, it's okay.
Fair. Do what you got to do.
So, yeah, because I was all geared up, and then now you done took my momentum out. Okay, so basically what I'm trying to say is, since I was rudely interrupted, I freaking loved it. I thought for the first episode, of course, it was a little slow because they had to tell the story. Like, if you're not a complete nerd like me, and you didn't read the books, then you don't know what's going on, right? So the show has to lay the foundation for like what you should be expecting. So of course the first episode is one of those love it or hate it type situations, right? So Rhaenyra, I don't know how I feel about her, but Daemon is by far my favorite character because Daemon is with all the shits. He wants all the smoke. He is showing up on ready. He's sitting on go. And that's why I like that. Daemon is my favorite character so far. He was my favorite character in the books. And I can't wait to see how this develops. I think that the actor, unfortunately, I don't know his name, is doing an amazing job portraying his character. Now, Corlin, I don't know. One of them. Valerian. I like the fact that they actually cast a Black man to play a powerful role. I know he was getting some heat on social media. So just off of GP, because I'm rooting for everybody Black, I got to go with him too as an honorable mention. I feel like it's going to be a lot of females this summer with them icy blonde dreads. That's all I'm going to say. I'm gonna leave it at
Effie.
So
Corliss. Thank you, Corliss.
Yeah. So I never read the book, so this is my first introduction to it. Just like Cuzzo said, Damon is my favorite character so far. Number one, he starts out with in the Red Keeps. Nobody noticed that he just walked through this whole entire. He's one of the most popular people there, and he just walked through and sat on the Iron Throne. Nobody's talking about that. How about the fact that he's tight with I can't pronounce her name. How you pronounce her name, Trey? Rayon.
Don't ask me about names on the show because I watched it one time.
Just say Ray. Just say Ray.
There you go.
Right. And the fact that he has a strong connection with the City Watch, so where he just literally is just like, yeah, you rape, you steal, chop, 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 chop. Like everybody's just turned into the fucking chop shop. And the fact that he calls out his brother on his bullshit, I fuck with that. And I mean, let's just call it what it is. The king's weak. This is he's weak as fuck. Like, I mean, he's not. He can't. If you look at the fact that, like, you look at Damon, he sits on the throne the right way. How do I know this? Because the motherfucker, the king, he had Percy. I guess that's how you pronounce his name.
You know this because you watch New Rockstars. Tell the truth.
Shut up. I understand.
Yo, this man has no originality in his head at all.
Hold on, real quick, Trey. Before you go, Trey. Before you go, I just want to say one thing. I was slightly disappointed with the fact that this show is called House of Dragons, and I didn't get not a Bruce Lee, not a Liu Kang, not a Bruce Leroy. Like, how the fuck you gonna have a House of Dragons and none of the dragons show up? Like, what is that about?
Not Cisco, none of them, huh? Not that guy. Not that guy from Rough Riders with the dash in it.
Go ahead, Trey. Go ahead, Trey.
So I'm enjoying the show so far. I love the fact that we got dragons right out the back. They're not hidden. There's a bigger budget apparently now. And I got that from New Rockstars. How about that? There's a bigger budget now. So we getting dragons out the wazoo. It's called the House of Dragons. So we're gonna get to see them. And we get to see the various differences. What I didn't know was that this story takes place, I think, 100 years or 300 years after the
178.
Okay, yeah, close enough. But the original dragon that they brought over when the first Targaryen came over lived for that long and died maybe 7 years before this new king took over. So he actually got to ride that dragon and control that dragon. I do got some questions about. Yeah, Corliss, I get. I'm seeing a lot of black blondes out there, and it's supposed to be natural blondes. Like I ain't seen that happen.
Black people have natural blonde hair.
not lily white hair, Cam. Not bleach blonde hair like the Targaryens. But they're saying in the storyline that they're a kissing cousin version of. Shut the fuck up. You think I don't know that?
This world
last time you
real.
rode a goddamn dragon, Cam. Shut the fuck
All
up.
I'm saying is they wigs was better than Tyler Perry's. Let's not
I mean, no, I'm sorry, Trey, but like you're over here, like you just saw a dragon, but you're like, well, no, these blonde Targaryens, Targaryens is where I draw the line.
My point is, if we're gonna have our, you gonna let me finish, or you gonna keep cutting me the fuck off? If we're gonna have our representation, let us have.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm chill. Okay. All right. I'm good.
Why do y'all do this?
I'm sorry.
He did.
He did.
Off camera.
I'm just like, okay, too, the same thing. No one complained about the Targaryens having violet eyes, and that's not a real thing. I'm just saying, let's just,
Finish your point, Trey.
Proper representation of black people is what I want, but I'll take this. It is what it is. Next thing you want to talk about?
I'm gonna dye my hair white so that I can fit in with the rest of it.
I want to punch him in his face.
Yeah. So I guess my favorite character from this so far is I don't know. Did Starbucks come back from this one? No Starbucks cups showed up on this one. I don't know.
That is a character of the week.
Smart water.
Can we get character of the week? Are we ready?
Hello? Hello.
Now
Hello.
paging OCG.
No.
All right, so
What the fuck?
this is going to the next time. Nope. Didn't
It's
see
the
it.
last time. Okay, fuck it. All right.
Yeah, let's just go on. Let's pull Audible. Let's go.
All right.
It just walked off.
Right. Yeah.
Audible question.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
So I pitched this to the group, and we got various. What?
That was Brad.
Oh shit! Okay.
This is a powerful microphone.
Dear God, everything today.
Him too. My
I
bad.
was about to say what? Okay. Audible question. So I wanted to ask this amongst the group and you guys here in the comments with us, because we've had an influx of, well, not an influx. We've had a couple of movies over the years that are superhero adjacent. They're not DC. They're not Marvel. They're standalone. So I wanted to ask you guys here on the panel as well as in the comments, what's your favorite non-DC Marvel superhero movie? I'll go first. My favorite so far has been Mastermind. You know, the Will Ferrell movie where he's the villain and I forgot the superhero guy's name, but he decides to retire.
You mean Megamind and
Megamind, sorry, yes.
Oh, okay.
My bad.
Brad Pitt's hero name, I believe, was Mr. Miracle.
Mr. Miracle, that's what it was. So that was my choice. But just an example, that's not associated with either DC or Marvel. They have archetypes from both universes or either universe. But that's one that brings me a little joy to watch it. I just like watching that movie. But let's go around the horn. What do you guys pick?
Super.
Okay.
Because what's the name? I keep forgetting his name from The Office. Was in that
Rainn
one?
Wilson.
Yeah, Rainn Wilson just going around smacking people upside the head with a wrench because they butted in line. That shit is comical to me.
Just killing people, Herb. He was not a hero.
It was.
This was a big wrench.
Technically a hero movie, but
this man was walking around giving people massive brain trauma and screaming, "Shut up, crime!"
You
I don't
remember that movie Falling Down?
How the fuck are you going to talk about the movie Super and then not have the quote that the movie is known for? Like, he literally, this guy cuts in front of him at the movies. He gets out with a big ass Mario Brothers wrench and slams it in the top of his head and says, "Shut up, crime." This is before is Alan Page now? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's Ethan. I think
I'm sorry. It's Elliot. It's Elliot.
Oh.
It's Elliot.
Elliot. Damn, we fucking up all the names. Okay.
Right before he transitioned to Elliot Page and he was Ellen Page, she played his sidekick, and she gets her fucking face blown off by a random mafia guy. Like, Herb, you picked one of the most fucked up movies of all time.
It is horrible.
Like, if you haven't seen Super, I suggest you guys go out and see it just because it's pretty fucked up. And Kevin Bacon is the bad guy.
Yeah, and if I'm not mistaken, what's the director of what's the name?
James Gunn.
James Gunn directed it.
Wow, I know more about your movie than never mind. Go ahead, Kat.
Right, but it's your favorite though, right?
At least it wasn't Black Panther. The question I was always saying when Trey brought this up was, are we talking about movies that were just independent, or are we talking about movies that kind of fall into the superhero genre in general? That like the one he picked up, like Megamind, is not DC nor Marvel. It's just a superhero. Anyway, I always picked The Crow because it's a childhood favorite of mine. It was always a great story. It was a great, the backstory is also very tragic. The story is tragic. The author is tragic. It's just surrounded by a lot of real tragedy behind it that somehow makes such a compelling and tried and true story going on. Plus, I did a lot of fan art of The Crow when I was a kid, so it's
your campaign to be in The Crow just never ends. It's just, this nigga, I'm gonna play Eric Draven, goddammit.
Hey, it can't rain all the time. That was a quote from the movie for those who are uninitiated. I would make a good Eric Draven.
Our entire friendship. All right, what else you guys got?
Damn, so I just don't get to go?
That's you're part of the guys.
It's part of that. Okay. I just can't win today.
Okay. Well, I'm about to throw a monkey wrench in this whole thing. Mine is, of course, Professor McGonagall or Severus Snape. Those was the real superheroes in my mind. And all of Harry Potter, you know, everything comes back to Harry Potter. So yeah, that's what I got. And anybody that don't like it, I don't care.
If OCG wasn't silently protesting, I would.
I would watch Harry Potter every day for the rest of my life if I had to. So yeah.
We're not gonna talk about how Harry Potter was the real. We're gonna talk about how Harry Potter was the real villain of that whole thing. But that's a conversation for another day.
I like this conversation.
I believe it's my turn. Yes.
Yeah.
Is it Rick's turn? Is it the tall man's turn? All right.
Nate was loyal as fuck. You're absolutely right.
So, Jesus Christ. Yeah, like that's such a terrible angle. Like Snape was loyal, but he was loyal out of horniness. Like, does anybody understand that?
He was in the friend zone.
Right.
He wasn't a friend zone. He wasn't a friend zone. I agree with you, Teffy. The books were way better than the movie. I feel like in another 10 years, we should just remake them.
Let's not talk about those books because then we got to go. I'm not even going to mention that person's name. Anyway, it's my go. My favorite non-DC or Marvel superhero movie is a movie that I really want them to create the universe for. I know that's such an overused trope nowadays, and that's kind of the thing we talk about. But the movie Brightburn. Brightburn is another one from the James Gunn catalog. From catalog. James Gunn, the director of Guardians of the Galaxy. The movie Brightburn.
Okay, my bad. I'm sorry, I didn't hear that part. Sorry.
All good. Yeah, Brightburn was phenomenal. Like, I love the fact where the dad is just like, I gotta do something about this, and they go hunting, and he tries to shoot the little boy in the back of the head, and the son just looks at him and goes, "You motherfucker!" And then he just gets his full-on evil Superman transformation. He burns a hole through his father's face with the heat vision. He takes his mother for a little trip up into the stratosphere and then drops her ass like a hot bag of rocks. And then one of the parts that nobody really talked about at the end of the movie, I don't know if people stayed behind because they had like a post-credits teaser like during the credits. They literally built up this whole dark universe or like this dark Justice League. Yes. You had the sort of broken princess woman who choked people to death with her own lasso. You had the creature from beneath the seas. Like they didn't allude to a Batman type character, but I mean, they essentially just alluded to this whole fucking dark Justice League, and I really wanted to see that expanded upon. Like, Brightburn is an awesome movie. If you get a chance to, please go and look it up. Find it. It's out there. It was an amazing movie that not too many people went and saw. I think when I went and saw it on opening day, and it was me and maybe 16 other weird people in the theater who were enjoying the movie. But it's a phenomenal movie that I think everybody should go out and check out. If you like The Boys, if you like that type of angle of superheroes, and Brightburn is the type of movie for you. Yeah, or Invincible, yeah.
Okay. Or what was that other one? Authoritarian? Does that count?
The comic?
Yeah, well, yeah, in that same frame of like evil Superman trope.
Yeah. It was he was the talking about Irredeemable.
Is that it? It was. They had the Netflix had one season of it.
That was
Jupiter's
Ascension.
Jupiter's Ascension.
Yeah.
Which is crazy that they canceled that because I like to actually enjoy that story.
I enjoyed the shit out of that too.
This is Netflix way.
Yeah. All right. Checking out it's been a lot of comments.
Yo, the comment section definitely had a lot of good ones too.
Yeah. I'm getting past that.
Start with Megamind from Johnny.
There we go. Yeah, Megamind. Blank Man. Oh yeah, I forgot about Blank Man. Mystery Men was pretty good.
That was a good one too.
That was a good one.
R.I.P.D. from Tuffy Wonder. She said it was pretty fun. I don't know about R.I.P.D. That's just a knockoff of Men in Black, but
dead people.
With dead people. So like it's trying to revamp Ghostbusters. Get the fuck out of here. But Toxic Avenger. You know, I think I saw the cartoon. I never saw the movie of Toxic Avenger.
Okay. Whoa. Can we pause right there for 1 second? Like, hold your finger on that comment. So, Toxic Avenger, the original movie, was one of the first things that I ever rented from Blockbuster myself. aging myself a little bit. Don't care. So if all of you seen is the Toxic Avenger cartoon, the movies are instantly going to fuck you up because they are hardcore. Like, I mean, a young Michael Jai White is in it, and he's a part of a gang of dudes who try to fight the Toxic Avenger, and he ends up running away. The Toxic Avenger jump rope to the guy's intestines. The number of sex scenes in just the first 3 movies alone with the Toxic Avenger and his blind girlfriend are great. Yep, exactly, Trey. Exactly.
So the company that made Toxic Avenger is called Trauma Films. And if you know anything about like that style of movie, they're one of the more popular ones is Cannibal the Musical.
Oh no, I'm good.
so yeah, Toxic Avenger is like, this is during the era where it's like they took like the most worst movie that were not for kids and they made it into a cartoon. Like, I will never understand how RoboCop became a cartoon, but whatever. Toxic Avenger is definitely also one of those.
Okay. I'll give it a shot. I didn't watch him, but I'll give it a shot. But we got to move on. Say again.
Hancock was a good movie too.
Yeah, it was. And supersonic jizz through the roof. Yay. All right, moving on to our last topic for today before we get up out of here. And keep in mind, we will be on Facebook Live. We're not going to be in our Discord today. We're doing a live interview with Candy B Cosplay after this on Facebook. But last topic of the day, of course, is She-Hulk episode 2 that dropped this week. Trying to run down real quick. We got a lot of shit that happened on this episode. A lot of things that are setting up the future of the MCU with just this TV show, which has kind of been the standard going forward. But what are you guys' thoughts about episode 2? Most notably, I'll go first. Man with metal claws get into a bar fight. That's all I give a fuck about. And I had to steal that before Herb fucking said it because you know he's going to try to.
Anyway, because he saw a new Rockstar.
Basically.
Fuck y'all. I did research, okay?
Yeah, you watch YouTube.
Yeah.
You did do research. Nobody's saying that you didn't.
Just know what we know. You took the easy way.
Yo, it's the quiet give up for me. All you just watch YouTube. Yeah. But anyway.
That says the Mabel.
Go ahead.
No, I got questions about where the fuck is Hulk going? Because you're not just gonna tell me like, hey, yeah, so I gotta be right back, and then this motherfucker just goes into the spaceship, and we're never probably gonna see him for the rest of the show.
I can answer where he's going.
The car.
He's going. I was about to say.
I'm saying like, I'm talking. Are we gonna see his son? Are we gonna see his son? Or are we?
This is why you watch episode 3.
You're not asking where is Gamora. You're asking why is Gamora.
Why is Gamora?
So do you think it's going to be? You think he's going to go get Scar?
I think he's going to see his son. So yeah, Scar.
So you think there's an old strong woman there that he knocked boots with? Old strong is not an old strong woman, but
you've been on the show. You've been on the planet where you're worshipped and you ain't getting no buns. Yeah,
I think he was smashing Valkyrie and all. Well, no, take that back. Never mind.
Well, let's expand on that just a little bit, right? The fact that his Spartan helmet from Sakaar was in his little place. This ain't this is also something that I can't be remiss if I don't talk about it. The nigga had a cell phone on the plane, like, and he was talking on it like he was still like he's still in Mexico and she's still in LA. Like, I don't know if y'all know, like, service on these cell phones, as much as we can do in these joints, it ain't that good. So like,
the Wakandan cell phone.
It's a something. It's
a Star Trek 101
Wakandan phone.
But I'm saying, the reason why I'm saying that is because, and the way that the ship was set up, that ain't his first trip to Sakaar. Bruce, Hulk, however you want to put it, has been back and forth a couple times. Because remember, Bruce didn't blip out. And him and Tony built a lab and a bar in that 5-year period while also bitching about Steve, and Steve out there running through Tony's parents and sisters. And but anyway, that's neither here nor there. That's neither Captain America fucks. But yeah, so anyway, move on to the next person. I'm sorry. I got away from myself.
I'm not saying you want to. I didn't even go, but that's cool.
Oh, my bad.
No, go ahead. No, go ahead. It's cool. It's chaos. Whatever. Let's go. Go ahead, Rita.
I didn't care for this episode that much. I felt like the best part of the episode were the hidden Easter eggs that were like throughout the show. To me, that was the best part. But it's the second episode, so again, people have to lay the foundation. So I understand why they're telling this part of the story. Like, the episode makes sense. I just didn't care for it. So that's really all that I have to say. And everything I would have said, everybody basically already said. And would I buy, like, I'm gonna just talk about this real quick. Would I buy the Iron Man 3s? Absolutely not. Especially if, who did it? I think it was Adidas did a version of them or something like that, and they were trash. So I just want to speak on that. And I would rather wear some Skechers than wear those shoes, just so you know.
I agree with Rita on this one. Like, it's not one of the stronger episodes coming from a good part one to a part two. And I understand, like, you know, it's as seasons goes, there's ups and downs. There's not going to be some great episodes. There's going to be some. It's a terrible episode. It's just like, all right, episode 1 was here, episode 2 is here, episode 3 is probably going to pick up. We're gonna probably go get some action. The jokes were very, what I call, meta. So I was like, oh, okay. Like, when he's on the phone, he's all like, yeah, that whole thing with me and Blonsky, I was a wholly different person back then. I was like, oh, okay, acknowledgement, but nah. They did something really interesting though with Blonsky's character, because, you know, I know he's a villain. We all know he's a villain. We saw he was a villain, but somehow the story he convinced, I was like, wow, I can see him being convinced that that's actually what happened. You know what I mean? Like, you really don't see, like, he put up a good argument about, especially from a lawyer's perspective, that he did nothing wrong. He literally just followed orders. I mean, he did deviate from those orders a lot, but still, like, essentially his task was, I am here for the Hulk. I gotta stop the Hulk. And then it's like, wait, the Hulk's the hero now, and I'm the bad guy. I got locked up, and he's running free. Yeah, I can see that.
You got a valid.
But that also goes to my other point that I was talking about earlier, as far as like Val and her manipulation of the whole situation. Like, there seems to be a lot of strings being pulled in the back. Like, Val is kind of like, she's the opposite of Nick Fury was in the beginning in the Infinity Saga. You know what I mean? So she seems to be tying the strings for for the Thunderbolts or the villain Avengers. So I mean, there's that angle of it. That's where I started thinking about when I was listening to Blonsky speak and the way that he was talking about things, because he was working She-Hulk, so to speak. Yeah, the whole man with claws in a bar fight, like, it. I know most people didn't see it off the break, but I mean, like, that's who else could that be? There's nobody else that could have been. Like, I mean, unless here's something weird. Fucking Deadpool from the X-Men Origins has found his way into the 616. So I mean, like, that's pretty cool. It wasn't a strong episode. It really wasn't a strong episode, but it was more so a layered episode that's just kind of like laying those bricks out there and having everybody just, you know what I mean, it's easing us into the story of what they want to do and where this is going. So I mean, I again, it was just a middle of the pack type of episode. It's enjoyable, but it's enjoyable for the layered things and anything in there. But I don't know. Does anybody else have anything else they want to add about
that's pretty much it. We're going to wrap up the show here. Keep in mind, at 1:30 p.m. we're going to be on Facebook Live, but we're going to try to end this thing now so we can get some things done. But thank you guys for joining us. Make sure you like the video, share this video, and subscribe. Herpy will lead us out.
Like, there's always, up to it, down to it. Fuck those who don't do it. We do it because we used to it. Drink.
Drink.
I forgot to talk about Tiamat.
Oh yeah. All right. Just leave.
Yeah, we're just gonna log off, y'all.
I'm trying to log into YouTube myself, y'all. So